Kiribati, the country you may have never heard of. Have you ever heard of a country that is scattered across the middle of the Pacific Ocean, made up of tiny islands surrounded by endless blue water? A country so remote that many people have never even heard its name, yet it has a fascinating culture, beautiful beaches, unique traditions, and a story connected to one of the biggest challenges facing our planet? Welcome to Kiribati. Kiribati is one of the world's least known island countries. Located in the central Pacific Ocean, it is made up of **33 islands*, spread across a huge area of ocean. Only a small number of these islands are inhabited, and most are narrow coral atolls surrounded by beautiful tropical waters. The capital of Kiribati is **South Tarawa*, located on Tarawa Atoll. Unlike the giant capitals of the world, South Tarawa is a narrow strip of land surrounded by the Pacific Ocean and lagoon waters. Homes, roads, shops, schools, and communities are all concentrated in a relatively small space. When you look at Kiribati from above, it almost looks like tiny pieces of land floating in an enormous blue ocean. One of the most famous places in Kiribati is **Tarawa Atoll. It is a lagoon surrounded by small islands and is one of the country's most important centers of population and history. Tarawa is also famous for its connection to the Second World War. In 1943, the Battle of Tarawa took place here, making the atoll an important historical location in the Pacific War. Today, visitors can still find historical sites and reminders of the events that happened on these islands. But Kiribati isn't only about history. Its natural beauty is incredible. The islands have white sandy beaches, coconut palms, turquoise lagoons, coral reefs, and warm tropical waters. Because many islands are extremely narrow, you can sometimes see the ocean on one side and a lagoon on the other. Imagine walking along a small road with palm trees on both sides, while the bright blue Pacific Ocean stretches toward the horizon. This is the kind of scenery that makes Kiribati feel completely different from most countries. Another important area is Kiritimati, also known as Christmas Island. Despite its name, it is not the same place as Christmas Island in Australia. Kiritimati is the world's largest coral atoll by land area and is famous for its huge lagoons, fishing, wildlife, and spectacular natural environment. The island is particularly known for bonefishing and other fishing activities attracting visitors interested in the rich marine environment. Kiritimati also has an interesting connection with time. Because of its location close to the international dateline, Kiribati is famous for being one of the first places on Earth to experience a new calendar day. This gives the country a unique place in the world's time zones. Now let's talk about something that makes every country special, its food. Kiribati's traditional cuisine is strongly connected to the ocean and the tropical environment. Fish and seafood are extremely important because fishing has always been a major part of island life. Fresh fish can be prepared in different ways and served with locally available ingredients. Coconut is another essential part of Kiribati's food culture. Coconut milk and coconut flesh can be used in traditional dishes, while the coconut tree itself has many uses beyond food. Other foods commonly found in Kiribati include breadfruit, taro, pandanus, bananas, and sweet potatoes. One traditional food made from pandanus fruit is called te tuai **, while pandanus can also be prepared in different forms depending on the island and local traditions. Food is not simply about eating in Kiribati. Sharing food with family and community is an important part of island life. And that brings us to the culture of Kiribati. Kiribati has a rich Micronesian culture that has been shaped by generations of island life. One of the most famous parts of Kiribati culture is traditional dancing. Kiribati dances often imitate the movements of birds, especially the frigate bird which has strong cultural importance. Dancers use controlled movements of their arms and bodies while performing to traditional songs and rhythms. These performances are commonly seen during celebrations, festivals, cultural events, and important community gatherings. One of the country's major celebrations is Te Maeva Nui a national cultural festival held around Independence Day. During Te Maeva Nui, communities can come together for traditional dancing, singing, competitions, cultural performances, sports, and celebrations. It is an important opportunity for people to celebrate their heritage and pass traditions on to younger generations. Kiribati also celebrates its independence every year on July 12. The celebrations often include music, dancing, sports, cultural performances, and community events. The national flag of Kiribati is also fascinating. It features a golden frigate bird flying above a rising sun against a red background, with blue and white waves representing the Pacific Ocean. The flag tells a story about the country's identity, its ocean environment, and its connection with the natural world. But Kiribati has another fascinating feature that makes it different from many other countries. The country is spread across a massive area of ocean. Although its total land area is tiny, its islands are scattered across thousands of kilometers of Pacific waters. This means that people living on different islands can experience very different lifestyles while still sharing the same national identity. Transportation between islands can be challenging, and reaching some of the more remote communities is not easy. This isolation has helped preserve many traditional aspects of island life, but it also creates challenges for healthcare, education, transportation, and economic development. Kiribati's history goes back many centuries. The islands were settled by Micronesian peoples long before European explorers arrived. Over time, the island communities developed their own traditions, languages, navigation skills, and ways of life. Traditional navigation was particularly important. Islanders had to understand the ocean, winds, waves, stars, birds, and other natural signs to travel across enormous stretches of Pacific Ocean. Imagine crossing hundreds of kilometers of ocean without modern GPS or satellite navigation. Generations of Pacific Islanders developed remarkable knowledge of the sea to make such journeys possible. European explorers later arrived in the region, followed by colonial powers. The Gilbert Islands eventually became part of the British colonial system, and Kiribati gained independence in **1979. Since independence, Kiribati has remained a peaceful island nation while dealing with the unique challenges of its geography. And one of those challenges has made Kiribati famous around the world. Climate change. Many of Kiribati's islands are extremely low-lying. Because of this, rising sea levels, coastal erosion, saltwater intrusion, and stronger storms can create serious risks. For a large country, losing a small section of coastline may be manageable. But for a tiny atoll only a few meters above sea level, even small environmental changes can have a major impact. This has made Kiribati an important voice in global discussions about climate change. The country's people are not simply worried about distant environmental predictions. Changes to the ocean and coastline can affect homes, freshwater, agriculture, food supplies, and the future of communities. Despite these challenges, Kiribati continues to celebrate its culture and maintain its connection with the ocean. The people of Kiribati have a strong sense of community. Family, traditional knowledge, music, dancing, religion, and respect for the ocean remain important parts of everyday life. And perhaps that is what makes Kiribati so fascinating. It is not a country famous for skyscrapers, huge cities, or luxury resorts. Instead, its beauty comes from simple things: a quiet lagoon, a fishing boat, coconut trees moving in the wind, children playing near the sea, traditional dances, shared meals, and communities living on tiny islands surrounded by the Pacific. Kiribati may be one of the smallest countries you have ever heard about, but its story reaches far beyond its tiny islands. From the historic shores of *Tarawa**, to the enormous atoll of *Kiritimati**, from traditional fish and coconut dishes to colorful cultural festivals, Kiribati offers a world that many people have never discovered. It is a country where the ocean is not simply a beautiful background. The ocean is part of everything. It provides food, transportation, culture, history, and identity. And that is why Kiribati is such a remarkable place. A country scattered across the Pacific. A nation of tiny islands with a huge cultural identity. A place where ancient traditions meet the modern world. And a country whose future is closely connected to the future of our planet. So, the next time you look at a world map, don't just look at the famous countries. Look closely at the Pacific Ocean. Somewhere among those enormous blue waters are the tiny islands of *Kiribati. A country that many people have never heard of, but one that has an incredible story waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this journey into one of the world's most fascinating hidden countries, like this video, subscribe to Factnova, and turn on notifications for more amazing country documentaries from around the world. Kiribati may be tiny on the map, but its culture, beauty, and story are truly enormous.